Previously on Ron Sailing, we were in Main Row and explored the south part of the island.
The color of the water is amazing!
Then we went out to Tobago Cays, which are a few uninhabited islands, sheltered by a big reef. The snorkeling was amazing, and we saw a lot of marine life.
Visited Tobago Cays as well, another island to put on the list of visited islands in the Grenadines, and we're sailing south, going to a new one called Petit St Vincent, and that is the southernmost island in the Grenadines. And on the outside of Petit St Vincent is a reef, like pretty much every island here has. And there is this tiny little island called, I think, Mopion, and also it's called Umbrella Island, because it's just a sand spit with an umbrella on.
Yeah, the sailing today is good. The sun is out again, which is nice.
That's the little island we talked about. There was already a boat there and we wanted to be there alone. So we anchored next to Petit St Vincent for the night. Right next to Petit St Vincent lies Petite Martinique. But since that island is part of Grenada, we cannot go there without doing a full check-in procedure.
Yeah, yesterday we didn't do much. We just stayed on the boat, snorkeled a bit, just relaxed. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to walk everywhere on the island here, Petit St Vincent. It's a private island. So I think you can go ashore in the harbor over there, visit the restaurant and stuff, but you're not allowed to walk on these beaches here. So we just stayed on the boat. So today we're thinking we're going to go over to the small sandy island we talked about yesterday over there. There's no boats today, so we're thinking we can anchor right next to it, spend the day over there. It's a bit more wind today, but I think the waves looks alright, so I think we should be okay. So this is the island Mopion, not very big. It's pretty exposed there, the anchorage. Have a lot of fetch, even if there's a reef out there. Still get some waves in here. But it could be worse, the winds are not that strong.
If you Google Mopion Island, you can read the smallest island in the Caribbean, and some even claim it to be the smallest island in the world. But I doubt that. However, it is only about 30 meters or 100 feet wide.
So here we are now on Mopion. We timed it so well, like let's go really early, there's no one there now. We anchor outside and we go ashore so we can get some really nice drone footage with just us on this tiny little island. And then at the exact time as we were jumping into the dinghy, this motorboat came with a bunch of people who are kiting. So they just took over the whole island with their kites and now they're out kiting. But it was funny, it was a Swedish family from the same hometown as us that are visiting Union Island. So it was quite of a coincidence. Small world again. Johan is out snorkeling, Vera and I are hanging out on this umbrella, which is the only thing that is here on the island. It's a really cool island. Just a pile of sand in the middle of the reef. It's really surrounded by reefs. It's much windier today than yesterday, and we had quite some waves coming in here since they break over the reefs. We'll see, Johan is coming up here.
There. Saw a couple of stingrays, a really beautiful reef going straight down once you're outside of it. Really steep. Quite a lot of current too.
Island is known for being in the top of the best kite surfing spots in the world. Consistent wind and flat water makes it perfect for kite surfing. And the island has some really talented local surfers, like this guy. The surfers left and now it was only us on the island.
The wind has picked up a little bit, but the anchorage is still pretty okay. Not too rolly. Vera loves it here.
We have an entire island to ourselves.
Nej, det då!
Vad ser du där?
Det.
The sky put on such a show for us at sunset. The colors and clouds were really impressive.
Most people say that the anchorage here next to Mopion Island is only a day anchorage, but we slept really good through the night and because the wind has been light. New people out on Mopion. So that's where we're heading.
So we're in Clifton, taking on some water. It's pretty windy. We're getting pushed against the dock here. So not the most convenient dock for this. But we can get some water here, and also we will get some fuel for the dinghy.
So here we are now in Clifton. We're anchored just behind the reef and Happy Island. It's an island built entirely on conch shells. So it sits kind of on top of the reef, and then they've like built it up with the conch. It's not the perfect anchorage. Johan, he went to dive on the anchor and he said it was some rocks on the bottom, so it hasn't really dug down entirely. And the wind will pick up a little bit during the night, up to 25 knots. And it's tight, and we have a reef right behind us. The anchoring field here is pretty much full of mooring balls, but we didn't feel like spending $25 for one night. And Johan just took the dinghy ashore to go and buy some groceries, and then we'll see what we do if we go to Chatham Bay, which is on the west side of the island. It's a big bay and calm water, or if we stay here for the night. We'll see. We're not sure either how many more days we'll stay here before we sail to Bonaire. It's Tuesday today, and we need to work before the weekend with a video, you know. And then I think they charge extra if you check out during the weekend. So then it would be if we would check out on Friday and then leave on Saturday, or we wait until Monday. We decided to leave, so we're sailing now to Chatham Bay on the west side of Union Island. And the fridge is a bit more full than before. We have some fresh veggies and fruits, which is super nice. And we'll hang out in Chatham Bay for a few days.
It was such a sweet sail. We rounded the south end and Chatham Bay came into sight. Chatham Bay is the most protected anchorage on Union Island, and it's very calm and quiet here, since it's far from the island's villages. This is also the place where I almost got my big toe chopped off 5.5 years ago. Sweet memories.
Vera and I went snorkeling around the corner of the bay. It was a little murky and not much fish here. Vera loves to sit in the dinghy while we're snorkeling. A couple of pretty sponge corals. Have a new dinghy driver.
Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the episode, we would really appreciate your support. Visit our Patreon page to see how you can support. See you next week!